Good evening, 6th graders. Welcome to the next lesson in Chapter 4 of Cells and Classification. This is Lesson 47, and we're covering Part 2, pages 93 to 95. We learned about the first three kingdoms in our previous lesson. The first one was the kingdom Eubacteria. There are a variety of bacteria in this kingdom. They're unicellular. Many of them grow in colonies. The next one was kingdom Archaebacteria. Now this used to be combined with kingdom Eubacteria to make one kingdom, but we noticed that, or scientists noticed that the bacteria in this kingdom were very special. They had cell walls that could help them adapt to very dangerous environments. Kingdom Protista is a unique group of organisms. They don't fit in any other classification, so they have a group all their own. Some include algae, some include protozoans, such as amoebas and paramecium. The ones that we're going to learn about today are kingdom fungi, or fungi, however you want to pronounce it. Kingdom plantae, that includes all the plants. And then kingdom animalia. These include the very multicellular animals, the very large animals that we're used to seeing. For instance, the lion, tiger, a shark, snakes, very, very large multicellular organisms. In kingdom fungi, you have a wide variety of different organisms in this group. Some are very, very tiny and just one cell or unicellular. For instance, the sickness that is growing on this foot comes from a unicellular organism or fungus. This is what we call athlete's foot. Some live in colonies. You can see here, some here, some here. But some are very multicellular. For instance, these mushrooms. These are complicated or multicellular organisms. What makes them different from other bacteria, such as algae. Algae can make its own food through photosynthesis. These organisms cannot make their own food. This is why mushrooms, even though it looks like a plant, is classified as a fungus, because they do not make their own food. They eat decaying plant and animal material. They can reproduce very quickly, and they love warm, moist environments, especially the sickness on this foot. If your foot is inside a sock, which is inside a shoe, it creates a very warm environment, and because of the warm environment, your skin cells will sweat. So there's the moist part of that environment. So you have to keep your feet clean to protect yourself from this different fungi. Then we have kingdom plantae. Now, what makes these special from other organisms, that they have chloroplasts in their cells, which produce chlorophyll. And chlorophyll is what makes the green part of a plant. This is very important because plants need to absorb sunlight, and the chlorophyll is what absorbs that sunlight. They need that sunlight plus carbon dioxide and water to create photosynthesis, and when they go through photosynthesis, this makes the energy they need in the form of sugar or glucose. What else is unique about their cells is the cells have cell walls. For instance, animals and humans have bones to keep us, to give us support, or to help us to stand, or to give us strength. But plants do not have bones inside them. So their cells are created with cell walls to give them strength and support, similar to bones. Plants also release oxygen. Without the plants in this world, we would not have the oxygen we need to survive. And if you notice about the plant, there are different parts of a plant. For instance, a tree could have leaves, and they also have bark, they have roots, And all of these different parts have different cells. Some plants have flowers, and the petals have different cells from the stem and the leaves. These cells that create these plants are all different shapes and sizes. The last one is kingdom Animalia. The root word is animal, of course. You can see all these different animals in the picture: the lions, tigers, panda bears, monkeys, giraffes. All of these organisms are multicellular. They're very complicated organisms. They have many complex body systems. For instance, the humans, they are classified in this kingdom. For instance, we have the respiratory system for breathing. We have the digestive system for eating. We have the circulatory system to move the blood through our body. We have the skeletal system, our bones. We have the muscular system, which is our muscles. We have so many complex body systems that all work together as one machine. And many of these animals that you see in this picture have very similar body systems. The cells in the Animalia kingdom do not have cell walls. Why? We have bones. We don't need the cell walls for support. Humans, even though they're classified in this kingdom, we're not what we considered animals. We have similar characteristics to animals, especially to mammals, but animals do not have a soul like we do. God created us in three parts: the body, the soul, and the spirit. And our soul is what can go to heaven, whether or not we accept Christ as our Savior. Animals do not have a soul. Animals only think with instinct. They respond to their environment, or their instincts will tell them how to make a habitat, or what to eat, or how to protect themselves. But humans can think rationally, can make decisions, can problem solve. Also, God has given man authority over this animal kingdom. It says so in Genesis chapter 1. Read pages 93 to 95 and be ready with questions for our next lesson, and I'll see you then.